All right, everyone, as soon as they bring him out, we'll start.
Okay.
Vashon, my mom's Christmas cards came in for me. Oh, I always love the Christmas cards she sends. And I keep them all. But I will tell you, Christmas cards have gotten so expensive. I remember when I used to sell Christmas cards from door to door, and you would get a little extra money from selling the Christmas cards. I don't even think they have that anymore. But they would send them a box in the mail of samples, and you would go around door to door and say, "Hey, do you want this one? Do you want that one?" And they would give them.
Dad's always getting Christmas cards because he donates to everything.
Oh yeah, my mom donates to Boys Town, and they send beautiful Christmas cards.
And that one that Danny Thomas didn't, I can't remember that.
Oh, that is
Children's.
I can't think of the name of Danny Thomas's one. But there is a great story behind, well, it's not really a great story, but it's a touching story of why he started that. Speaking of which, that reminds me, I used to watch That Girl with my grandmother when it used to come on.
I used to watch it.
Oh, St. Jude.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I go there. Like he has the bad habit of like cut it out. I do that sometimes. Like stop.
Yeah.
But Sean, I think it's going to be one of those days. You know why? I started typing. And once you take your hands off, you don't start with your hands on the home row keys. It's like when you drop something, and all day you're going to drop something. And so I was like, this letter is not correct. And it's like, Stephanie, your hands are not on the home row keys. But yeah, my brother ended up getting sick. There's some sort of virus going around. And they say it's very painful. So to everybody on Zoom, we are just waiting for the deputy to bring your client out. And it takes a little time because of the elevators. And now, Vashon, I can't get defying gravity out of my head since I brought it up. Oh. What happened? Everything just shut down.
I think it might have just been your sub, Judge. Anything else is running over here?
My computer died. Can you call HE down, I mean them down? Yes, I did. Let me see. Let's see what's going on.
Did you kick something with the door or something come unplugged? Anything like
I
that?
don't think so. Boy, my dad really come over. Something happened in my entire system just shut down. Courtroom, I can't see anything. All right, thank you. All right, they're coming.
Go hang up, Judge, or?
You can hang up. Hello. All right, to the parties on Mr. Robbins, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, Judge.
All right, awesome. So you all won't be able to see me because something has happened with my computer system, so it's completely shut down. So, Mr. Robbins is present. And all right, Mr. Robbins, if you can come down, please. All right, we're going to go on the record. The court is calling 2022 CR 11724 State versus Jordan Luke Robbins. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Eric Rodriguez and Raymond Saldana for the state.
for the defense?
Keith Hampton for Mr. Robbins.
And are you Mr. Robbins?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're here. The court had heard evidence on the defense's motion for new trial and the defense's motion to unseal juror identification. The court reviewed all of the documents that were submitted by both parties. The court reviewed the case law that was submitted as well. With regards to unsealing of the juror's record, that will be denied. With regards to motion for a new trial, that will be denied. Is there anything else from either side?
No.
All right.
Nothing for the state, Judge.
All right, thank you. Then the record will be closed.
Thank you.
Mr. Hampton,
Yes.
did you need to speak with your client?
No.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, maybe excuse me.
Yes, you may be excused.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you.
What was Mr. Hampton's first name?
Keith. All right. And then, Mr. Ross, we're awaiting your attorney. Ms. Nutter, we're awaiting your attorney, Mr. Charez. And are you Jessica Maria?
Yes.
All right, we're awaiting your attorney. And then I know you all just recently ordered Brooks. All right, and let me see what we can get done with IT because I see nothing. Sean, maybe now they will replace everything. Is that at the door? Ah. Yes, if you could have him, yes, if you will let him know.
Let him know he's gone.
Yes. And if they,
Just tell him that the motion was denied.
yes, and if they need be, I'll speak to them if they want to know what happened. I need the information on Wimmert's client.
Yes, sir. It's Murillo, Judge. You need,
I need the information from the fourth
Fourth
court.
court? Okay.
Yes, thank you. Hi, please come around.
Yes, I think. I'm gonna do that. Okay, awesome.
Docket.
All right. The equipment is now working. I can see again. I don't know, something happened and every screen went out up here. And I could not,
There's how come that one's not on, but the one behind you.
oh, because this doesn't work. And they're supposed to come and fix it.
Cause it's been out for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was your day when you had that, when was it, was that 90 people?
Oh, yeah. It went very well. Yeah.
Yesterday.
It was yesterday, but it went very well. Everyone was following the instructions, so that was great. Marco?
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
She finished, what time did we finish it? About 4?
Yes, so it went well. I think, you see 95 people on the docket and you're just like, oh no. But I always say, if everybody follows the rules about turning your paperwork, talk to your client, it went pretty smoothly. Yeah. All right, and Norma, can you call Mr. Ross's attorney, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Skip the gym today, but.
Hello.
I need to go.
You go to the one here?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm sure you've seen-
Norma will let you know. Thank you.
Hey, what's going on? Good to see you. See you.
And bye.
What caused it? I think earlier after we talked. She was on top of it. Oh. Mhm.
Yes, right. I love putting up the Christmas cards that people send. So some of them have their families on it. It's great. Mhm. Oh, and we have more to put up. So I figured we might as well put these two up. Yes, she's doing a good pattern on the door.
Oh.
How are you?
All right. Hi, are you all ready?
Yes, Judge, we are.
Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, the court is calling
Yes, ma'am.
trial court cause number 2019 CR 4331W and Court of Appeals number 0424000362 CR. Jessica Muriel versus the state of Texas. And could I have party announced for the record, please?
Judith Wemmert, I'm here for Miss Carrillo.
And are you Miss Maria?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Jessica Murillo.
All right, the questions I'm going to ask you is in regards to questions from the Fourth Court of Appeals.
Yes, ma'am.
The first thing is, do you desire to continue with your appeal?
No, ma'am.
All right, so are you withdrawing your request to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And have you had ample time to discuss with your attorney the nature of the appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Attorney Wemmert, is there anything you would like placed on the record?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Miss Murillo
filed this notice of appeal through her previous attorney, Adrian Pettis, the same day, on or about the same day she was sentenced in this court. And what she understood the appeal might be able to do for her is have this court reconsider the sentence and hopefully reduce it. I've explained to her that's not how an appeal to an appellate court would work in her situation. She understands that. We also discussed that her 5-year sentence would mean she would have to serve 1/4 of that before she's eligible for parole. And her concern was that she really didn't think she could do 5 years for lots of personal reasons, but she's realized now that after about 1 year and 2 months, she's eligible, which is probably pretty soon. So she's pretty happy about that. So I've explained all of that to her. And so, yes, I'm in agreement that she understands what's going on and no longer wants to pursue the appeal.
All right, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, we can go off the record. Ms. Ferguson, if you will do a order sheet, and if you will put the appellate court cause number on it at the top, and also the trial court cause number. And then what we'll do is, if you can write in that she's withdrawing her appeal, Marco, if you can swear her in for that, and then she can sign off on it. All right?
All right, great.
All right,
Thank you,
thank
Judge.
you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm not going.
And, excuse me, Cindy, are you able to prepare a quick record on that hearing we just had so I can attach it to
This one or the one?
this one?
Oh.
Okay. And if it could be certified, please.
Steven's still in this one today.
Okay. It is. Just one moment. It is WEMMERT. And the first name is Judith. MURILLO.
That worked out like this. Judge, can I borrow that?
Yes. Let me get that to you. Yep.
Hey, do you have notes on swearing people in? They're gonna.
Yes.
Good morning.
Oh,
And a while ago, beyond the Ohio State Buckeyes,
Mhm.
my nephew is a athlete with the Baton Bobcats of Ohio University.
okay.
And today they're playing in the Staff DNA Cure Bowl in Jacksonville, Florida. So this would be the only Ohio jersey that I really.
Oh, I cannot believe. You know what? But I'm gonna give him a pass because
It's game day.
he's doing it for a family member and it's game day.
Yeah.
But how the Cincinnati Bengals doing?
Do you keep escalating to every Ohio team just to cut me?
Deputy Mejia, you see how I did that? How they doing?
I think they're doing better than the Saints.
Ooh. But at least we have good home cooking. Mejia, I don't know what they're serving up in Ohio. I joke. Yes, please.
The case number, prop 410.
Yes, and then have them sign off on it. Thank you.
Which oath did I give her? I've never. The funniest for that?
Oh, just the regular oath.
Oh, like, have you gone over the paperwork picture?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Well,
But Daryl, that is one place I haven't been. I have to go to Ohio. Will they let me in?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let me put it this way. If I mention your name, will they let me in? Or have you done something in Ohio where they say?
Roundabout Buckeye Drive.
Ah,
And I was respectful, not holding any grievance against.
yeah. Well, I will tell you this, the one Buckeye that truly has my heart is your mom. Yeah. His mom is so awesome.
Sorry.
But seriously, Dara, what is Ohio's state food? If I were to go to Ohio, what should I have to eat?
It would depend on the part you would go.
Okay.
In my region, it's southern. The local staples, like Scotland, Chile, etc. I like a little variation, like personally myself. Heavily German influence
Ah,
in those areas.
you know what?
It's not unique to Ohio, it's a region.
Ah.
And absolutely, whenever you go back there, you have to get excited.
But I will tell you, Daryl, the next time for Fiesta, Vashawn, for Fiesta, you know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to do First We Feast challenge. First We Feast, the hot ones.
Okay.
We're gonna have to do that challenge.
I just had to come by to coordinate something with Madam Cole.
All right. Hey, if I don't see you, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
But it's not a God, Merry Christmas to your mom and all.
All right, thank you. Have a good one, Daryl. Sean, every time he comes in, I have to tease him about the Ohio State Buckeyes. Yes.
This is titled an order, and I think that
Well, no, it shouldn't be order. It's just for her to say that she is withdrawing her. I know we have the record and the court report is having the record prepared, but I always like to be overly cautious. So it's just, you can use the whiteout.
Yeah.
It's just,
It's up in my system, just.
all right, awesome. Yeah, just deduct order, I mean,
Maybe
remove
put
order. And then,
defendant statement or appellant statement.
all right.
Okay, I just wanted to make
No,
sure.
no problem.
So that 70 grand.
Hello.
Plenty of that.
Oh, thank you so much. Bye. You should be around in a second, please.
All right, thank you.
He's not here yet. They're bringing him, but I took them to call us.
Okay.
Yeah.
My lap is like baseball, so now it's like, I've even had like two in my bed.
I'm used to always, there being a line.
Oh, no problem. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great
And-
holiday.
Oh, you too. And
Thanks.
if you would like, the court reporter is doing a certified copy of the record we just had. So if you would like a copy of it, just let the court know.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you, Judge. Great.
All right,
Fine, yeah.
bye-bye.
She done, Judge?
Yes.
Hold on, I'll take you back out of it. We're right there. We're right there.
All right, good luck, Miss Murillo.
I'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
When the officer comes, I'll have him take you back.
What throw you this or no?
Oh, maybe I want to, I don't know.
If you do, let me know, because I can get
A what?
a pin,
Okay.
because I got a collection. I got my last year's badge and signed this year's collection.
Oh my gosh, they say it's 6 days till Christmas. Can you believe that?
I still need to finish my Christmas shopping.
Oh.
Yeah, can you check to see if we should? They told me no, but it looks like maybe. No.
Thank you for coming.
I'll be on the chat for a time.
But it's still a charge, so he did not qualify for the charge. So so our recommendation is. Okay. Okay. Like I was. Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah.
Yours again. Face that is more than severe.
Thank you.
Judge.
Yes.
So they ran into, oh, God. Judge,
Carruthers?
yes, and he's willing. So I'll take it through Sabla, the board, and suggest that I'm thinking of a place and just a conversation. What over your 50-some years?
All
in this
right,
business?
thank you. Is anybody ready on anything?
Did we have to?
All right. This is what I need.
You take it.
Something else. So.
Take one, leave this one too.
Hi, how's it going?
Go, man.
Yeah. That one.
And Mr. Hopkey, your client was not ordered for today, so.
Perfect.
Right, Jerron Crawford. Hello.
He was on docket Monday. I filed this Tuesday. And dropped off a copy on Wednesday, and now I'm just trying to get it rolling.
Okay. Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
can you see if they can have Mr. Crawford zoomed in? Or either you'll have to take it to be heard by Judge Nahara.
Okay.
Right, so she's gonna see if they can zoom in Mr. Crawford.
And you said we're contested on January 6th.
Okay.
He's currently has no bond. I'm just trying to get a bond.
It's gonna take some time. Okay, 7. Thank you. Brooks is downstairs, so we can bring him upstairs. Oh, yes, okay.
Right, so they know.
Wait, you said they were? Yes, yeah. They called you. They called the clerks in the back.
Oh.
I guess I was.
All right, everyone, just give me one moment. Hi. So is anybody ready?
They just brought up the other inmate judge.
All right.
So no, yeah, no one's ready.
I mean, we have 95 people on the docket and things move. We have 5 people on the docket that attorneys requested and it's slow. But it happens. Yes,
Judge, on yesterday's matter on Jamarian Greer,
yes.
with the work deal, I conferred with the state. They're still opposed. My counter to them was to have him work from 8 AM to 8 PM, find a job in between those hours and work between those hours. And I don't know, Mr. Greer is not here today, but I don't know if the court's inclined to,
All right, he's on bond, correct?
he's on bond.
Could you have him zoom in?
No idea.
All right, let's see if he can zoom in and Miss Ferguson will give you the Zoom link.
You know, Judge, yesterday this came up in the afternoon. I don't have a phone number for him. I have an email.
Well, let me ask you this.
And I emailed him asking for a phone number, and I need to check my email to see if I have a
All
phone
right,
number.
let's see if you have a phone number.
Okay.
Judge, do you have a printer up there?
Yes, if you email it to me, I can print it out. All right, you did? All right,
No, I'm sending it right now.
all right, I'll print it out then. Marco, could you scan this to me, please, and then you can follow it?
Will do.
Thank you. Yes.
Got no phone number. I'll
All
reply
right.
to my email from yesterday.
So I do state with his request for his client to have employment, I do think the 8 AM to the 8 PM there's too much of a gap there. I don't know if there's a time specific you all can agree on. If not, just let me know.
Judge, I guess just due to the facts, it's in. Plan makes your retaliation, that's the reason I'm not able to come to an agreement.
Okay. So then what we'll need to do, Mr. DeLeon, if you'll have Ms. Ferguson put it on the docket and I'll set it for a hearing with regards to any approval for employment. I know a lot of times now employment, they hire you online or you have to apply online. So if he applies online and someone wants him to come in for an interview, let the court know. But if you speak with Ms. Ferguson, I did waive his GPS fees or ask for them to be deferred. If you speak to Ms. Ferguson on a date, we'll get a date for you.
Sounds good. Hopefully I'll get contact with him soon.
All right, thank you.
Sure you're gonna be holding your breath until I get that. Alrighty.
All right, thank you.
Well, Merry Christmas, Judge.
All right, Merry Christmas, Happy New
New
Year, Happy Festivus, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy holidays. I think that covers it all.
Festivus.
Oh, for the rest of us.
Yeah, all good. All right, we'll see you later.
All right. Oh, and by the way, there's somebody here who said they had never seen Seinfeld.
Well,
I'm like,
I didn't see Seinfeld till like its fourth or fifth season. And
I saw it
I
as
remember turning it on and going, oh, and I was like, oh, this is hilarious.
it is. I was telling someone because my brother now has someone coming to his house between, I think, 1 and 4 or something.
Yeah,
And that reminded me of the episode with Kramer with the cable guy.
yeah.
And so they wanted to come out. And so he told them between this time and this time. And they kept trying to catch him. They would show up
Yeah.
and he wouldn't be there between any time. That was a funny
That is
episode.
hilarious. All right, well, safe travels, Judge.
All right. Thank you. Tell your wife I said hi. I miss her.
I sure will.
All righty. I know students miss her. All right, is anybody ready? Is she ready on her case? All right. All right, could I see the file on Crawford? He's here. All right, for the parties with Crawford, if you could start video, please, and unmute. All right, Norma, if you could call them to see what the issue is.
The judge is asking him to put his, no, I don't. Okay, thank you so much. He's on his way up, Judge.
All right, thank you.
I'll be approaching James Ross, I verify. Morning, sir. How are you? Morning, sir. How are you doing? Good to see you. Oh, what these folks, they're doing, do figure ahead of me? Oh, okay.
I got Russ here. James Ross.
Good morning, Judge James
Morning.
Ross, sorry.
All right, Mr. Ross, have you come down?
You know, it took me a while longer than I thought, but I got the approval and Cowboy did verify they wasn't go back on the bonds.
All right.
And Jason Garahan, yes, he had spoken in court. He had no opposition if Cowboy wanted to reinstate.
All right. All right, do you have any objection?
To ordering the
Yes.
judges, due to the judges weren't issued for the FT, we requested bonding.
Okay, all right, we can go on the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 008-733, State versus James Ross. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state, for the defense?
Michael J. Sawyer.
Are you Mr. Ross? All right, your attorney is here asking that a bond be set or that bond be reinstated. A judge's warrant was issued on November 18th, 2024 at 10:20 a.m. because the defendant did not appear. And defense, you have some information in regards to your client's non-appearance on that day?
Yeah, sure did. He had sent a package to the court indicating he was in a medical study, was going to pay him money. He needed to stay afloat financially. I spoke to Jason Garahan, said, I sort of can't excuse him from coming to court, but let me show verify where he's actually at. He was in a study group getting that money raised. He did miss that court date. As soon as he was out of the study, as ordered, he came to court and volunteered to turn himself right back into custody.
All right, and
I
I know
spoke to
you,
Jason, I didn't mean to cut you off,
No
I
problem.
apologize.
no problem. I know you had brought some documents with you the other day. Did you bring those today?
I showed him Jason Garahan, those are the documentation on all the days he's actually in the program, and let me see if I have a copy that was with me. I'll have to get him out of my, I did show them all to Jason Garahan as an officer of the court.
Yes.
I will tell the court, I showed all the documentation to Jason. He was satisfied, that's where he actually was, where he stated he was, showed his release date. And immediately after that, he came to this court voluntarily and turned himself in, did you not?
And you're stating that the bail bonds company wish to be placed back upon the bonds?
They have no problem being put back on the bond, and I spoke to Jason Garahan yesterday, said if the Cowboy bail bonds were going to go back to the bond, he had no objection to it.
All right, and if you were review, see if that's possible for a reinstatement of the bond? It's going to depend on the time when the warrant was issued, whether or not
I understand, Judge.
it can be reinstated. And state, I'll note your objection.
And I will let the court know the time James Ross won that program, he was down to his last pennies. He was just completely out of money and really needed the money from that program.
Give me 1 second. To point out.
Sure.
I don't see anything preventing my reveal or consider.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll restate the bond. I'll reinstate the bond. And then my understanding, all discovery had been received and there was a plea deadline date set. And on that date, he did not appear. So is there an agreement on this case or are you all requesting jury trial?
Right now, there's an offer on the table. I need to sit down and discuss it with my client over the weekend. I think we can avoid a trial.
All right. Ms. Ferguson, if you could set this the week of January 6th, please.
Yes, I can do the 6th.
All right. We'll come
Judge,
back on
thank you
January
for
6th.
consideration this morning.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
Ms.
it.
Ferguson, if you'll give him a reset form and tell your wife I said hello.
I sure will, Judge.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We'll get you on a draft.
Oh, thank you.
Follow his rules, okay? Whatever he tells you to do. Thanks, dude. Start shop. Appreciate it.
No problem, sir.
Yeah, if y'all can hold them just so you can sign this reset.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. I'll leave it right now. Just sign. Good night. I'll give you a call. It should be 7 days. It's simply a court compliance. That's this. I'll give you a copy of it. I'll have here. And meanwhile, I'll be seeing your mom before that. Okay. Your mom's gonna turn this. Week 7. No problem. Wait till the rest of the law.
Here you go.
And then Monday. Christmas week, I'll be there.
All right, the parties on Nicole Nutter. Court is calling 2024 CR 0111162, State of Texas versus Nicole Nutter. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Defense?
Albert Chidas for Ms. Nutter.
And are you Ms. Nutter? Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. And counsel, is this an application?
It is.
Is it for deferred?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Nutter, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Waive the repeat offender enhancement.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with burglary of a habitation? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights? Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Sure.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Sure.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
She does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, she is.
Ms. Nutter, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sure.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 5 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine, and the state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense is at the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
It is.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, there be any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, there's to be no contact with the complainant or country campground RV park. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
State any evidence.
State offers states exhibit number 1 and attachments.
No objection, Your
All
Honor.
right, state you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. I'm going to set this for sentencing based upon what I've read in the police report. Ms. Abrams, I'll need a PSI, TAP evaluation, and MIC evaluation. And let me ask you, Ms. Nutter, have you ever had any type of mental health issues in the past?
I've had bipolar in the past.
All right, anything else that you've been diagnosed with?
Bipolar.
Okay. All right, so can I have a date, please?
February 6th.
All right, so we're going to come back on February 6th. I know that seems like a long time away, but that's the amount of time it's taking for reports to be done. And I want to make sure I have all the evidence to make a decision on whether or not to grant your application for deferred adjudication. So what they're going to do is they're going to do a PSI. So someone's going to come talk to you, a probation officer, to get some background information from you. And then they're going to do a TAP evaluation. The TAP evaluation is to see if there are any drug issues and if you've ever used in the past. It's very important that you're honest with the TAP evaluation. Well, honest with all of it, okay? And then they're going to do a MIC evaluation. And that's a mental health evaluation to see if you've been on any type of medications and any diagnosis in the past. So it's very important that you're honest with them on those things. You understand? All right. And at the jail, are you in any type of mental health supervision or anything?
Yes, I am currently
All right.
under medicine.
All right. So be sure to let the officer know, okay? All right. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And Bashan, any other evaluations based upon her answer to those questions that you think she would need, you can put it in there. All right, thanks. All right, are you already on Crawford?
Can I have just a moment, please?
Sure. All right, and where are we on Brooks?
Ms. Bogus is looking at, there are both 709 cases, so she's looking at Brooks.
Okay.
But on the bond, I could probably handle that. If you'd like.
Okay.
I just don't want to do that.
Rear approach on Crawford, Judge?
If you all are ready.
Yes, sir.
All right, yes, just give me one moment. All right. Are you all ready? Court is calling 2022 CR 9834, State versus Jerron Crawford. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state
Sandra Bogus for the state.
defense?
Kurt Hopke for defense.
All right, and Mr. Crawford is appearing by video. Any objection from the state that he appear by video? Mr. Crawford, can you unmute, please, and raise your right hand? If you will hold down the space bar and just keep it down, don't lift up off the space bar. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Are you Mr. Crawford?
Yes, ma'am.
Swear affirm the testimony the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. If you'll state your name for the record.
Juan Crawford.
All right, Mr. Crawford, we're having your hearing by Zoom. Do you have any objection to appearing by video?
No, ma'am.
All right, you understand that you may appear in person if you desire?
Yes, ma'am.
He told us that we didn't see him, but before we even, he had busted a U-turn on us
You
before.
can lift your hand off the keyboard now. Thank you. Yes.
Your Honor, we would ask that you take judicial notice of the violation report that's in the court's file.
All right. Do you mean the motion to revoke or you have a violation report?
I have a violation.
All right. I do not have that violation report in the court's file. It may be. Pardon?
It should be attached to the motion to revoke, Judge. I can just print one out for you.
All right, let me see if it's there. Yes, I don't have it. Oh, nope, stop. There are two motions to revoke in the file. So now I see it.
Should be dated along the lines of 11/1, Judge.
This one is dated 10/29. Oh, well, that's close to November 1st. All right.
Based on this violation report, we are, the state is opposed to a bond at this time, given the concerning allegations.
All right, so legally. Well, that's the evidence that you're presenting to the court, the violation report.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, defense.
Defendant is entitled to a bond on the motion to revoke probation. Previous bond was set at 75,000. We're just defendant is indigent, has no job, has been in custody for I think 2 months now. He is asking for a bond in the $10,000 range. His grandfather, who was appeared in court on Monday, is retired Army Vietnam vet and is doing his best to raise the money to get him out. If we get him an affordable bond, he'll be able to come out and contest these allegations listed in the violation report.
All right. Well, normally I do understand that when someone's on deferred adjudication, that they're entitled for a bond, but the evidence that the state has produced with no objection has been a violation report that shows that he's violated, allegedly, the no contact orders. So the court is legally able, with evidence that's being presented, legally able, even though he's on deferred adjudication, to deny bond. Do you want to address that, defense?
Judge, the legally able, yes, Judge, but Mr. Crawford is entitled to his plea of not true and to contest these allegations. These allegations are untrue. He intends to prove this at the hearing and explain to the court exactly what the situation is and what's going on, and that he will do everything he can to contest and fight these allegations. And it would be much better for him to do that outside. He intends to honor any no compete, regardless of what the complaining witness calls and invites him to do. He intends on staying with his grandfather until this case is resolved.
All right. And in the allegations that you presented to the court in the violation report that you asked the court to take judicial notice of, and there was no objection to the court taking judicial notice of that, there are four no contact orders that are alleged to have been violated.
It's all part of the same one. And so that's his ex-girlfriend and his 3 kids.
All right. And so the no contact orders Are those the same persons that are listed as complainants in the aggravated assault?
Yes, Your Honor.
Just Miss Shakita.
All right.
I think all three of the children were listed.
As far as the violation, but not with the original case.
All right, well, let me look at the indictment. And we'll see what the indictment says. If there's no objection to the court reviewing the indictment.
Of course not, Judge.
All right. So what the court is seeing in the indictment, the state only proceeded on count one. The other counts that were involving other complainants, those were waived. All right. Is there any other evidence that either party wishes me to consider?
No, Judge.
All right. The court is going to deny the motion. The court will remand you without bond. And we will see Mr. Crawford about getting this set for a contested hearing as soon as possible.
We're set January 6th, Judge.
January 6th. All right, so January 6th will be the contested hearing. Is there anything else from either side?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you. Yes, he's done. Mr. Crawford, they'll take you back.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, you may. And have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus, Happy Hanukkah. You're welcome. Pardon? Oh, happy holidays. Does that cover everything? Did I forget one? Oh, Feliz Navidad. Well, see, you know the reason why I don't say the Feliz Navidad, because then I start singing it in my head. And I know when I present it to everybody, it's going to come out in song. And then people are going to say, why are you on the bench? Why are you not, why don't you have your record deal? Bashan, or my 8-track deal. Well, I don't have my deal for an 8-track. I don't know. Because I still have in my head Defying Gravity. All right, Ari. Here's that one.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Brooks, if you'll come down. Hi.
Hi,
So what is happening with this?
Your Honor, agreed recommendation couldn't be reached today. So we are setting it for what I like to call a soft contested. Some things will be pleading true to, some things will be pleading not true to, and to have a full evidentiary hearing. So the date that Norma gave me, if it's okay with the court, is the 21st of January. It's my schedule. I'm out of county the week before a lot, and I didn't want to make everybody wait on me.
All right, so is he going to be entering his pleas of true today and then set it for hearing on the 21st?
I was going to do everything on the same day.
It would probably be best if we did it now, and then everybody can figure out what he's pleading true to so that they can have their witnesses if the state wishes to bring witnesses and your witnesses.
Well, I guess we can, Your Honor.
All right, then let's do that.
But I'm going to need to step back because I hadn't planned on doing that. I was planning on doing everything the same day.
All right. All right, you all can step back. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. For.
I like that big second one. No, no, it should be. Yeah. I'll try that with my sister. She lives,
Oh, okay.
6 to 1. I'll be coming here every day. Yeah.
Oh, are y'all ready?
Not yet, Judge.
Okay.
Almost.
All right.
Well, I think she.
Oh, yes.
Doing it right now. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
All right. So just make sure you remember, sir, make sure you remember, you need permission to do everything. And if there's a drug issue that you have, you need to let probation know because they're here to help you with that. You understand? All right, good luck to you.